Guys, you won't believe. मेरे को इधर बैकएंड पे क्या दिखा रहा है? The stream's current bit rate is 5057.74 kbps, which is higher than the recommended bit rate.
साई सर्विस।
मुझे जरूरत से ज्यादा दे रहा है. बोल दे. अच्छा, हेलो हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम. वी आर लाइव. यस, लेट ओपी नहीं, जल्दी टोपी. हम लोग जल्दी आ गए 3 मिनट. एक्चुअली ओरिजिनल टाइम से 2 मिनट लेट आए, लेकिन न्यू टाइम से 3 मिनट पहले आए, तो कैंसल आउट होके हम लोग 1 मिनट पहले आ चुके हैं.
ये
देन द
लाइव
टाइम दैट
स्ट्रीम
वी
है या
प्रॉमिस.
इंडियन रेलवेज? कम ऑन।
क्या बात है. अभी एक
देखो
बार
भाई
और
भी,
कॉकरोच मिलेगा.
सही है.
this
Well,
is
we're
this is
doing a
good.
live
You
after a
change your
long time.
commitment. You change your commitment and then reach before the committed time, the new committed time. That's how you work now, guys.
Yeah, why the hell not? By the way, guys, the reason हम लोग टाइम लगा, हम लोग इतने टाइम बाद लाइव स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं कि हम लोग आधे घंटे से कौतुक बोल रहा है स्ट्रीम की भेज. कौतुक बोल रहा है अबे क्या स्ट्रीम की, मैंने आज तक नहीं भेजा. अबे तेरे को आता नहीं है कुछ, साले बराबर दे. तो ढूंढ रहा है, 3 वीडियो देख रहे हैं, अबे स्ट्रीम की आती कहाँ से है. उसके बाद सडनली बत्ती चमकी
ट्यूटोरियल
कि मेरे
ट्यूटोरियल
को
वीडियो
स्ट्रीम
देख
की उसको भेजना है. आधा घंटा, 3 लोग, टेक चैलेंज. कैसे करने का ये.
Bro, they should have like they should create like a new sport called Boomer Olympics, where you put boomers in front of tech that they haven't seen. You know, like you put the three of us, like, we're like, can you stream from this laptop?
क्या
And whoever gets it first.
क्या आप 5वीं पास से ज्यादा फास्ट स्ट्रीम कर सकते हैं? नहीं. एनीवे, हेलो 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 टू ऑल द पब्लिक हु हैज जॉइंड अस. थैंक यू, थैंक यू. आई नो थोड़ा सा लेट हो गया, बट थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग. सम पीपल आर आस्किंग, इज दिस रियली लाइव? हाउ बैड और हाउ आउट ऑफ टच विद लाइव आर वी? वेयर शी इज आस्किंग इफ दिस इज लाइव. इट इज लाइव. सी.
वाह, भाई एक हम ये बहुत अच्छा टर्म मिला हम लोग को, यंकल्स. यू आर यंकल्स, नॉट
Oh,
अंकल. यंकल्स.
वेट, youngles could also be yuck uncles, not necessarily
which
young
is
uncle.
also who we are. So works on every dimension. Okay, wait, before we get into the meat of the conversation, which is about the bads of Bollywood, which is such a weird title because it's not supposed to be the title. We'll Before we come to that, let's talk about something that we did over the weekend, something we've been working towards for a long time. This weekend, we finally had the Ma Kasam audience edition shows. We did these
मजेदार.
shows over Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they were outstanding. बहुत मजा आया.
Yeah,
Um,
epic.
and we want to talk about that for a second because truly, like, it exceeded what we thought the show would be or could be.
नो, एंड वी रियलाइज कि बहुत पब्लिक के पास बहुत ही ज्यादा अतरंगी स्टोरियां. You thought we had personal stories. Wait till you come and hear the ones you heard on Marcus. Insane.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like this. So basically, here's what Markasam Audience Edition is and will be. So we were essentially looking. It's a show where we listen to incredible stories, that we're looking for incredible stories from public. These are the stories that everybody has, like one story, one incredible thing that happened to you, right? And people may not have more than one, but they definitely do have one. And we've heard some of them. Like, we've heard from a few people that I can just recollect from the top of my mind. We had an incredible story from Rose Francis. We had one from
Yeah.
Prasanna. We had one from Ajosh Anthony. We had one from Sneha Thomas, which was
Mithil.
truly
Like, what are the other names? Mithil,
Ochak,
Ankita, Rochak, Faiz. A bunch of names that we can remember. Thank you.
Bhavya.
All
Yeah.
of you mailed in your stories, because that's another way you can be a part of Marcusum. If you can't make it
Yep.
to the Bombay shows or any other shows, you can mail in your stories. We also do this thing on Instagram called TISS Story Time. That also is another way for us to get like amazing stories from you guys. तो उसमें आगे participate करो. But best ये होगा कि भेजो और आओ, और स्टोरी सिलेक्ट होगी तो
Bro,
स्टेज पे आओगे.
That'll be the best.
दैट
By the
दैट
way,
वाज इनसेन.
also, I'd like to address something. A lot of stories, emails are coming in saying, I know Kautuk is going to read this and everybody else is not. First of all, what the fuck?
and
Kautuk,
second
हम
of
लोग
all,
सब पढ़ रहे हैं.
it's
हम लोग
true.
Acha, by the way, Prasanna is here, huh? So shout out to Prasanna. Thank you so
Yeah,
much, buddy.
yeah. Prasanna, please write in comments what your experience and opinions were on the show. Also, here's the other thing about it. Like, I think that, you know what it felt like to me? It felt like for the first time we were doing a podcast with somebody who watches the podcast.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it was literally like three of us and a guest, and it just felt like we were just riffing and bantering exactly like we would on a podcast, but with a story that was unbelievable from somebody from the audience. And
Sorry, go
bro,
ahead.
the one story I want to talk about without letting out what the story was, there was a pediatrician who had come on the show
Oh my God.
who told us this one particular story, and you will see these episodes hopefully from October end, okay, near October end. But that one story was so crazy, so convoluted that if Netflix does not contact this person immediately,
And make
then
a documentary.
yeah,
Then
it
you're
is
missing
so
out.
crazy.
I
So,
love that if the documentary gets made, it'll cut to like one time where we are actually talking about the story on a comedy podcast. Like, that'll be like the serious documentary, and then it cuts to a reference to us that these comedians brought this story to light, and then comes
so
to back to
No, and
seriousness.
you know, one thing we all realized by the end of these 3 days, because it felt like we were living at Backspace in Lower Parel, where the shows are happening. But from the first show onwards till the last show, we noticed that people around us, people working with us, people working at the venue, the crew, one by one, they started coming to the green room and telling us their story.
yeah.
Because storytelling is so infectious that you hear a couple of good stories, your thing of wanting to come up and say a story or somehow make it a part of it increases that much more. So अपने
One is
stories लेके
that.
आना अगर देखने आ रहे हो story show. Sorry.
One is that, and the second interesting thing that happens is while we're doing the show, right, we begin to realize that people have incredible things that have happened to them, memories, right, of some crazy incident. But oddly enough, no matter how dramatic that incident is, it somehow gets repressed deep inside someone's memory. And it only comes out when it's triggered by a particular word or a story or somebody else is happening, or like you hear something and you're like, oh shit, ye mere saath bhi hua tha.
No, we'll
And
give them the example. Now, one
yeah,
person said a story that involved an Activa. Okay, just that's it. That
yeah.
was that is what set the ball rolling. Two other people in the crowd heard that Activa story, remembered something in connection to their Activa story, and then we had two more people just come up on stage.
Yeah.
So
So it's
like
just
just by
Activa,
word association.
Activa, back to back. It's just like
But
I love that.
all
Yeah.
three so different from each other. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, but the
Finally.
common
You just
thread
realize
was
the wide net that the Activa has cast over the country. That is what's beautiful.
The other thing that became a common thread was RA colony, RA forest. Like,
yeah.
bro, RA forest में जितने स्टोरियां निकल रही हैं वहां से, like उतने leopards नहीं है वहां.
And that is a hint.
Insane.
But yeah, so thank you anyway to all those of you who participated in the show. Send us your stories. Joined us on Instagram for story time. We are going to continue doing that up until the next weekend, which is 10th, 11th, 12th, when we're doing the next round of shows for Markasam. So please आ जाओ, participate करो या देखने आ जाओ. I can promise you it's going to be a lot of fun, and we can't wait for you guys to watch it.
Yeah, last two things. Instagram, follow us on Instagram. It is TISS Podcast on Instagram. And the second thing is that if you want to mail in your stories, if you have a crazy story that somehow has gotten triggered with this conversation, then you can send it. Just write a small write-up of it and send it to tissmarkasam@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So those are the two things. And
everything will be pinned. Everything will be pinned in the comment. And one last thing, अगर बेच रहे तो please मेरे US shows के टिकट खरीद लो. ये सब मैं भूल ही गया कि मेरा US tour हो रहा है. So if you are in the US, Canada, or if you have friends, family in US and Canada, please मेरे टिकट खरीद लो. सब links नीचे होंगे.
This Bangalore, I'm coming to Bangalore with Macbeth. So if you guys are interested in watching some Shakespeare, तो ये weekend I'm doing 2 shows in Bangalore.
Yeah, I can vouch for this. It's like if you want a very, very different experience, it's a theatrical experience, like a theater experience, then definitely go for it. It's nothing like anything you've seen.
Yeah. तू कौन सा शेक्सपियर का देखा कि आदर वाला बोल रहे थे?
नहीं, मेरा वाला देखा.
चलो तो चालू करते हैं बात करने के लिए वो शो के बारे में जो काफी न्यूज में भी रहा है, इंस्टाग्राम पे रहा है, सब लोग के टॉप ऑफ माइंड कॉन्वर्स टीएम में टोमा में रहा है, सबके टोमा में रहा है इन द लास्ट वीक. बिफोर दैट, वार्निंग, इफ यू स्टिल नॉट वॉच दिस शो अ वीक एंड हाफ आफ्टर इट हैज रिलीज, स्पॉयलर्स, भारी स्पॉइलर होने वाला है. और अगर फर्क नहीं पड़ता है तो देख लो, अगर स्पॉइलर से फर्क पड़े तो आगे शो पहले देख लेना, उसके बाद आके ये देख लो. तो चालू करने के पहले वन वर्ड, अच्छा लगा नहीं अच्छा
नहीं,
लगा?
अरे इंट्रो तो दे भाई.
अरे
Give that
सॉरी,
one
भूल ही
word.
गया.
Oh yeah.
Right. चलो चालू करते. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Did It Said So, a show where we take weird absurd facts, and personal stories and we talk about it. And right now we are doing TISS reacts to the bads or bastards of Bollywood.
Yeah.
तो एक वर्ड में बताओ, अच्छा लगा कि नहीं? मुझे अच्छा लगा.
I was surprised. And I would say pleasantly surprised.
I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. So the way this thing has transpired is that show came out. I have watched it, and then we've all met to do Markasam. हम लोग बैठे बात करते करते मैंने बोला, अरे मुझे तो शो अच्छा लगा, देखना चाहिए. None of these boys had watched it. अगले दिन आदर एक एपिसोड देख के आता है. पहले बोल रहा था नहीं नहीं नहीं, आई एम नॉट गोना लाइक इट, आई एम नॉट गोना लाइक
Yeah,
इट.
I expected it to be absolutely horrible, and it was not horrible.
That's what.
That's what it is.
अबे अगर तेरा एक्सपेक्टेशन इतना लो है तो उससे एक भी
So
कुछ
that's
पैसा
why
अच्छा होगा तो.
I'm pleasantly surprised. So
Yeah.
and
No,
Kautuk heard both of
so
us tell, and
by the
both of us
third
went,
day,
हाँ
नहीं, by the third day,
तू
so
बता.
Adar's reaction was that after watching the first episode, on day 3 that we've come and we've met for writing of Markasam, both of them have now watched the whole series and they are gushing like completely, like they're like, oh my god, you must see it, it's so funny, it's amazing. And Thakur was like, it's damn like fun, it's Bollywood, it's campy, it's all of that. So I came home and I went straight to Siddhi and I said, Siddhi, both the boys have liked it and they're like, "Ki dekhna chahiye, mast hai." So we started watching it. In 20 minutes, Siddhi bailed. Siddhi
Oh
bailed at
no.
20. She said two things. She said, it's too juvenile, it's too puerile. And then she just like walked out. Right. Then I have continued watching and I didn't like juvenile puerile is fine. I didn't mind that. But I just found it dull. Dull is the word actually, oddly enough. But we'll come to it. So
Yeah, like I don't know. I didn't expect it to be fucking mind blowing to begin with. Okay, but I was what I. It was an enjoyable show. Were parts of it stretched? Yes. Could some scenes have been better? 100%. With the amount of access you've had, with the kind of people you are able to pull in, could it have been a little better? Yes. But in spite of all of these, I still enjoyed, which means whatever they were still able to pull off periodically was really funny. It was actually funny. Like I'm surprised none of us from the comedy world ever thought of intimacy coach, but let's get Imran Hashmi. You know what I mean? Like it was
no,
a very
I'm sure people thought about it. It's just that you can't get Imran Hashmi.
yeah. Exactly. ना अभी इसके पास है तो लेके आ रहा ना आदमी, क्या problem? So like so certain things were really funny. All the Easter eggs in the show were fun. It looked like, I'll tell you, for me it was um a guy who loves Om Shanti Om and that school of filmmaking a lot. But hey, let me give it like I wouldn't call it a Gen Z perspective, not in terms of this, but just the execution and the kind of scenes and characters you had. You
So
get what I
Thakur,
mean?
you're saying Aryan is Gen Z Farah Khan.
Yeah,
Kind
could
of.
say that.
Yeah,
Could say
you
that.
can
Even
say
though
that.
he's not Gen Z.
Yeah, he's technically millennial, but the thing is, like a lot of those scenes, what is it called? The film what awards? The film fair equivalent that they do. They've
Film
named it
first.
something. Film first, and so that's entirely like it's mirroring the Om Shanti Om wala scene setup. And though I think somewhere Om Shanti Om did it better. I would have wanted
Yeah,
to.
I
They
really
showed
enjoyed Om Shanti.
posters. They showed posters, which was very funny. That Rajkumar Rao and Arjun Kapoor. I didn't realize I would enjoy watching these two in the same frame together as much as I did. That's
So
that's a good thing.
and the irony that I think the actor, I mean, or the character that was the least interesting to me was the main lead.
Yeah, he had to be
Yeah.
very like.
Yeah,
But
it became,
like his friend
yeah.
was so much more interesting. All the cameos were so much more interesting. Everything.
I
But
know
his
what that
journey was
is.
like,
He's the grounding. He's the straight.
Yeah,
The problem is everybody is so hyper real. If he's also hyper real, there's no grounding to the show. So
yeah.
hmm,
he
But
has to
then
play straight man, and the guy's a good actor. Like he's not a bad actor,
yeah.
but his friend, apna
Raghav Juyal.
Raghav,
By the way,
Raghav is so much fun to
on
watch.
yet another episode of Hey, I auditioned for it, but I didn't get the part.
wow.
And except this time, when you see who got it and what he did with it, you're like, fuck, bro. It felt like it was made for him. You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
has acted so well in that. Like scene stealer, bro. Like in the few of those instances, he was fucking really, and they have great chemistry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
Dude, they
Laksha
have
and this
better
one.
chemistry than the lead pair,
Yeah, I wish
even
they
in
were a
Kill.
romance.
Yeah.
And I think they will be because I think by the few spoilers.
It'll end up, yeah. Somebody's already thinking on these lines. Okay, yaar,
No, no, no. I mean,
this is chemistry we must exploit.
I'm only saying that because the lead pair that you thought were a couple are not.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
in case you haven't seen the end of Mads, then anyway.
Wow.
All
So
right.
many people are like, अरे हमको तो पता ही था ये वरुण बताने की थोड़ी जरूरत है. This is
At this point, if you just watch a show and be like, इसके लिए वरुण ने audition किया,
हाँ.
you might be right 8 out of 10 times.
No, एक second. Why don't you also spend 1 minute talking about the show that you actually got,
oh
whose
yeah.
trailer actually released?
Oh yeah. By the way, I thought I already did. Oh, this is the episode after that, guys. My new show on Hotstar. It's called Geo Hotstar. Sorry, Geo Hotstar. It's called Search the Naina Murder Case, and it's a murder mystery, जिसमें yours truly is a murder suspect. तो क्या मैं किलर हूँ, क्या मैं किलर नहीं हूँ, यह देखने के लिए आप देखिए शो को.
In fact, now when Varun auditions for something and he gets a call back saying he's gotten it, he first checks if it's a prank call or not. Only
Yeah.
then he's like, क्या बोल रहे हो? Please, yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, I got in जब तक ये जान का call on 1st April. मैं तो गाली दिया था फोन पे क्योंकि मेरे को लग रहा है कोई बहुत इलेबोरेट प्रैंक खेलना चाहते हैं मेरे पे.
और दूसरे साइड पे ऐसे यश चोपड़ा जैसे अरे बेटा तब तुमको कास्ट करना है
तुझे क्या लग रहा है यश
गाली
जी
वाली क्यों दे रहे
तुझे यश जी लग रहा है फोन कर रहे हैं सबको कि आपकी
हो? Also, okay, yes, if you're talking about Yash Chopra, this is the soda wala. How
Oh,
many
yeah.
parallels are
Okay.
there to Yash Raj?
Wait. Sorry. Aadar, just before that, for everybody, let's just quickly recap the show, like we would if it was a movie or something. In like 5 minutes, how would you describe what happens in the show? What is the show about?
It's about an outsider somehow breaking it into Bollywood, and it's luck by chance on steroids and a lot of galis. It's there. It's luck by chance.
That's what nice, and you can see clear inspiration in the narrative from a luck by chance, from an Om Shanti Om, but उसको लेके थोड़ा अपन वाकड़ा करके young लोगों के लिए कर देते. It was a very young person's, because if you see a lot of the scenes, especially like we keep coming back to that brother's character, the lead actress's brother, that who looks like Ahan Pandey. He was one of my favorite characters. He's probably one of the most unlikable characters, which is what makes him likable. He was very well written. Again, a character full left field. You don't see that person being not represented, but shown as much. But in this kind of a mad show, that character makes sense.
You know
what I
what
mean?
he is what everybody imagines all Nepo kids to be.
Yeah.
Disrespectful, privileged, entitled, twisted,
You know, they've taken every single rumor and those points that people pull up Bollywood for and run with it. Like Karan Johar, who keeps getting special thanks, who's actually a proper
He's a
legit
cast
character,
member.
bro.
He should just be a
He's
cast
there.
member.
It is a proper role. And I actually enjoyed because he could just be unabashedly him and a very hyper real version of him. तो देखा ना पूरा धर्मा का ऐसे बड़ा ऑफिस है, ऊपर पूल है. He is also like Karan Johar is already flamboyant and extra. He is double extra in this. So like he is actually addressing shit like I'm the movie mafias, stuff that you see in in your typical अभी जो बॉलीवुड के साथ scandals, gossip, issues सब हो रहे हैं, they've taken that and they've fully run with it.
They have
Yeah.
basically taken every Reddit comment and made it into a character trait. Like
Yeah,
that's how they-
yeah. Because they're like, oh, Karan Johar ऐसा करता है, ऐसा करता है, ऐसा करता है. In this show, they're like, हाँ, ऐसा करता है. ऐसा नहीं, उससे ज्यादा करता है. You know, that
हाँ.
was fun. That was fun to see. And basically, when you get to see all your other people, गाली कितने दे रहे हैं, bro. Say what you want. कोई आके ऐसे गाली दे देता, तू हंसेगा ही. Automatically.
Hasega, also, how do you? I don't think anybody else could have gotten a script like this approved unless it was Shah Rukh
Yeah.
Khan, Red Chillies, and
I
Aryan Khan.
actually want to see what was pushed back on. Like I want to see the person who gave
Sir, ये
notes
ज़्यादा हो गया.
gave notes to Aryan Khan. Like
Notes. It's just notes. ये लो कितना ले हो यार और कितना चाहिए ओवर बजट जा रहा है ये लो ये भी नोट्स ले लो आप सब नोट्स रखो नो प्रॉब्लम.
yeah, no.
Getting Diljit in to sing that song. Do we move on to songs or are we? Let's
No,
talk
we
about
still
that.
No,
have. We
so
still.
so let's talk about the characters, right? So Aadar, you were talking about Soda
The
Wala.
Yash Raj, हाँ,
So okay,
Soda Wala.
let me ask you guys this: who are the standout characters for you? I think the one guy who genuinely stands out is Rajat Bedi. Like in a
Absolutely.
very
Again,
very
props. You would not. I had forgotten about Rajat Bedi's existence,
yeah.
right? And suddenly he comes back. I feel that is really inspired casting. I
Inspiring.
actually enjoyed him, even though that whole thing of मेरे पास spoofing device है was a little like,
Over the
eh. But in the world of the show, it's a thing. You know what I mean? But when I looked at it, I said, भाई ये थोड़े lame चीजें थे, bro. ये जो था ना,
हाँ.
I mean, if
It's
they could
plot
have
device.
figured
They could
exactly.
have just
But
called it plot device. हाँ.
ये मेरे पास plot device है. But inspired casting, also getting the right person for that, because you literally, if we know him by name, but a lot of the
I
other
knew
people
him by
were like, "Arey,
face mostly.
I knew him by name."
I knew him by face mostly. I think
I think
the
that's what works.
the testament to the show is that finally
Yeah.
after all these years, now I know his name. That's
Yeah.
great.
Hmm.
Bro, it's suddenly like his career's got a new lease of life. He's all over my Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
हर जगह पहुंच गए.
It's the same with the guy who played Anakin Skywalker, and now it's like, okay, now the OG fans are coming back from Star Wars, and he basically, when he played the character, he was panned so horribly and forgotten. Hayden
Hayden
Christensen.
Christensen. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just now when he, like, there are points where now he's coming back in front of fans in Comic Con and stuff. He's crying because of the amount of like love he's getting, and and it's just us getting back to our nostalgia and
Yeah.
being happy that he is still doing what he does. And I'm sure that's going to happen with him, Rajat, as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro, they
yeah.
got him back. They got him that basketball, which was very reminiscent of that Koi Mil Gaya
Koi
wala,
Mil.
उसका जो
Yes.
scene था.
वो येलो
And,
कपड़े पहना है उसको सब कुछ same, and they've done all those little nods.
now that the shows come out, right? People have gone into full like, अरे Easter egg, तेको पता है ये ऐसा था, ये वैसा था. If you see small things he has done. So in that, apparently, they're saying that Rajat's thing also was inspired from the fact that he had also left Bollywood because of a certain producer who
Oh.
made sure, yeah, ऐसे कुछ तो था. He went to he'd become a
Oh.
real estate guy. He had gone and become real estate guy, and then he came. I don't know how he got this, but he's back.
I feel like this is something that you get a call about. You don't like
Yeah.
someone has to find you for this.
Yeah. You
Feels
can't like.
It's
yeah.
been written for him. It's very clear it's been written for him.
You know,
No,
like in Shaitan, we had a very
I
clear
was-
reference of
Yeah. Of who we wanted. We didn't get that person, so we got his lookalike, who was also a good actor, surprisingly.
yeah, super. We did a great job.
So
But yeah, I mean, that type of trope now, that's the interesting thing, right? Like oddly enough, so this is part of a sub-genre of movies called meta movies, right? Or movies about movies. And the fun thing is that the times change, but the tropes don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The washed up actor, the jealous star, yeah, there you go, Jaraj.
Yeah.
Saxena.
You know the evil producer, वो सब ये तो अगर 80s में भी बना तो भी तेरे पास ये सब होते.
Same archetypes. Same
They
would be
just-
there. Yeah.
They just continue. I enjoyed Manoj Pava, but I enjoy Manoj
Manoj
Pava
Pava.
pretty much anything. And
Bro,
this character was basically Manoj Pava playing Manoj Pava.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was Max Manoj. It was
Manoj Max, I think whenever there was a drinking scene, I don't think they were acting. I
It's like,
don't
chal
think,
bhai,
I think,
bottle
I think,
nikalo
I
and
think
let's
Manoj Pava was
start.
method acting. He sat and he's added. He's
This
such a
is
good actor.
he's so good.
He's
So
so
good.
good, bro. Like just his presence in
Effortless.
anything,
Effortless.
effortless. Dude, here too, he's
Effortless.
doing comedy, which is his forte, right? He kills it in comedy. Have you seen him in Article 15?
No.
Please watch.
bhai. Please watch
Superb.
Article 15. Yeah.
But the thing that
Superb.
they keep saying this about comedy actors, and I feel like to some extent it's true that
Hmm.
if you can do comedy well, then
Hmm.
other emotions are like it's within reach. Let's put it that way. It's within reach because
Hmm.
comedy is a heightened version of all those emotions. So you're actually you just have to downplay yourself if you're
Yeah.
doing
No,
other.
it's not even downplay. The thing is, most actors work within a range, when they talk about range. Now, if you're going towards comedy, you're pushing that range way further. So,
Hmm.
what you're doing when you're doing drama is you just go full opposite. So, you're jumping over the range that a normal person would think to go to.
Oh, interesting.
So that works very well for like because then and because it works so well for me in and this was something that Vinay Pathak had told me because it was
Huh.
like because we literally do a scene where we're doing a monologue both of us in this play only in fact and both of us are doing a Marathi poem that's been translated to English and we are going like very funny and the audience is laughing and the poem itself the poet has fucked with the audience where he has now it gets like oh you're laughing at this stupidity okay let's see how far you can laugh
And then it
and then
becomes
it
deadly
turns it
serious.
becomes very like it becomes like oh shit and we were just laughing one sentence ago and the thing is then it's like okay how fast can you shift and that's literally the jump we're making and
Yeah.
somewhere it's easier for comedians to understand why we're doing that jump rather than we don't want we can switch
Yeah.
we are not trying to find this inspiration or we are not trying to find something how do I go from here to no I know how to jump from there to there you're jumping which is what a lot of comedians are comfortable doing.
Yeah. But also coming back to the character things, um, did you find, what did you think of the Bobby Deol character? Who was what? Shahrukh? Was it a version of Shahrukh?
um,
He was everything. Again, it's an archetype of अरे जो सुपरस्टार होते हैं you take little bit from everybody.
No, but
yeah
like
because
largely,
Shahrukh
who was
is
it? What do
there
you think it was?
Shahrukh is there you
No,
have
I don't think that was Shah Rukh.
yeah
I
he's
mean,
something else he's this I think he's somewhere
he's a
on
superstar who's sorted,
yeah
who's from Delhi, who's got a heart of gold. He's that moment where the guy jumps over the
Hmm.
wall, right? And
hmm.
then he treats him.
Dude, yeah, in a way
He's
that
not
I'm sure,
Salman. Let's say
huh?
that he's not
That's
Salman for sure.
that's for sure.
You can
That's
take
for
that off
sure.
the table.
No, but I feel, yeah, now that you're mentioning it, I think a lot of stuff Aryan must have taken from his own thing. No, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
Yeah,
somebody at some point of time has tried to jump over Mannat, and Aryan has seen this, and it has made its way to the script. You never know.
yeah.
So
oh yeah, this is something that yeah, and the audience, these guys just reminded me in the comments. The Rajat Bedi spoofing device is another,
Jani Dushman, it's the ode to
is
Jani
another
Dushman. Yeah.
gag from Jani Dushman, where
But
he keeps changing his voice.
and I think this is one of the things that I find a little like, and I've always found it jarring about all these self-referential movies, and all movies have become this largely. If you look at the Marvel movies, any of the series movies, right, like a Jurassic Park or whatever, you will have some things done only because hey, this pings some nostalgia for somebody who's watched the previous thing, right?
Yeah.
And so none of these stories exist in isolation. Like if I've not watched the 18 other references, then it's not as enjoyable for me. It becomes corny and ridiculous and all of that stuff. So
Maybe that's why you didn't like it as much as Varun and I, because Varun and I have been
no,
through
no, I
that
mean
frustration.
apart from that
Huh.
one Jani Dushman reference,
Huh.
I
No,
got
like
all the references. I got
I
all the
like
references. I
I
just didn't
like
care for them.
that the movie was irreverent. I like that it was silly. Like
Yeah.
it didn't take itself seriously. I like that. I
That
don't
it
know
didn't.
why. I
That
think
it really did. It it was very unserious.
Hey, bro, I've written a script, bro. Hey, yeah, bro, it's great, bro. Watch it, bro. How to make it, bro? Make it. Yeah, it's too good, bro.
So, by the way, I have a theory, okay, on the success, and I feel like there's a bunch of stuff very similar to Sayyara in my mind. To
Hmm?
me
Hmm.
personally, I'll tell you what I mean. Both of these were movies where, like, the hype was better than the product itself, right? This was, and both of them actually benefited from the fact that all the stuff that other nepos have been doing have been so bad that when you get like a decent uh, effort by a nepo person, then it just seems like fuck, well done, good job, right? So that's one thing in common, and I genuinely felt that because again, I this is the second time this year. The first was Sayara, where I heard that fuck, you must go see it, it's amazing, and then I saw it and I was like, yeah. So
Yeah.
so second time this has happened.
It's
And
that
the other,
coffee with Karan thing also, not to a certain degree. It's like you're getting a
yeah,
glimpse into
and
this weird glamorous life of these people.
I want to talk about that, but the second thing about it is, which I found was in connection to Sayara, was the way that it was marketed. I think this is truly Bads of Bollywood. One of the reasons why it's so successful, so popular, is that it is the perfect Instagram web series. What I mean by that is that there are moments in this script so perfect. It is like sugar to ants. You drop that clip on Instagram and people will see it. For example,
Hmm.
Gafoor,
the
that's it.
the
अबे,
It's
Gafoor.
a 10 second and
दस दिन
that's
दस
it.
दिन से 10 दिन से मेरे दिमाग में वो ही चल रहा है, bro.
I can tell you a few scenes very quickly. Obviously, the
Hmm.
music, Gafoor, the
पंजाब
music video with
तेनू
Manoj
की
Pawa,
पता.
Tennu Ki
Yeah.
Pata. Just seeing Manoj Pawa in that look, you're like, bro, what's going on? But more than that, you see a clip of Samir Wankhede, just a clip of that stuff. Just a clip
Yeah.
of Say No to Drugs directed by Aryan Khan. Come on, you're going to see that show. You see a clip
Hmm.
of Ranveer and Karan calling each other chutias. You're going to go and see that show.
Yeah.
You see a
Hmm.
clip of which is Imran Hashmi. You know, just that someone singing that Arabic song to Imran Hashmi. You're going to see that show. It's going to happen, and it's the perfect real moments.
Bro,
And the
people
Yes.
rest
लोग.
of the show isn't as good as those moments. That's my point.
Yeah. Agreed. But the thing
It's
is,
been
people were
stitched
going
together.
to
It's a
people
100 real moments stitched together.
people were but going to watch it invariably, right? Look at the hype that
Of
comes.
course.
मतलब, it's Aryan की picture है, Shahrukh है, Shahrukh. Obviously, who the fuck is not going to come for or
Yeah.
promote that or watch it, right? When every single person and their mother
I,
is at the premiere.
Bro, I forgot the best moment, the most relatable moment, which got me interested. It was just someone saying, bullshit party.
Bullshit party. Yeah, bullshit party. Bullshit party. By the way, cameos. Let's talk about
Let's talk
let's
about
talk about
cameos.
that.
अच्छा नहीं एक सेकंड प्रमोशन का कर रहे हैं इट्स द ओनली शो आई हैव सीन वेयर द डायरेक्टर इज एट द forefront of all promotions. If you notice, like it's the first time I've seen Netflix put out an ad where it's not the lead actors, it's Aryan who walks on stage and recites
Yeah.
the dialogues from Mohabbatein. It's Aryan who's
But
promoting
that
it.
was the only thing. He
The
had said that
face
he's
of the show is the director.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But
And also, sorry,
what is your biggest hope? Tell me. In the entire thing, what will be your
Of
biggest
course,
hope?
it's Shah Rukh's
of
kid.
course,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shah Rukh's son directing, but also the
Yeah.
other marketing genius. I genuinely think it's is genius. Is is calling a show the bastards of Bollywood, and going like the one thing I must say about the show, fearless about everything, all its choices.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All its choices are fearless. In starting with the bastards of Bollywood,
Yeah.
going with it, running with it, having at the risk of it being incomprehensible, which is what it eventually became.
Yeah.
Because it all got censored out, right? So it just became BA star 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 star.
No,
Bads.
but then the climax happens. People realize what has happened, or फिर आ जाते हैं, sort of
No, Thakur.
ties it all together.
Thakur, what I'm getting at is, imagine this is a show not made by Aryan Khan, right? It's made by
Hmm.
just any other director, and they've chosen a Gali in the title, or
Hmm.
supposed
Yeah.
Gali in a title.
Hmm.
People would be more put off than intrigued. But I think the fact that they went with it, that it became a conversation starter in the way that, bro, kya hai wo cheez?
No,
right?
and also
What
if you
is
see,
Bastards
right?
of Bollywood?
Also, if you see, it was BA, just 3 apostrophes DS. So actually, spelling wise, also
Doesn't
too,
make sense.
it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. So
Yeah.
you will not know that it is. I mean, you do know. Eventually, in your head, everybody's saying bastards, even though they are not writing it. और फिर
Yeah.
एड में जब आता है मैं क्या बोल रहा था शिट दिमाग से निकल
When you see the climax, then you realize why it's called
गया
like
Yeah.
this. And
yeah
then-
yeah
The kind of
again
the
like
foreshadowing that is there. Yeah.
did you guys see the climax coming?
No, I did.
No, I did not. But I
Even
saw,
you know when
you know what? It concorded me a little bit where the references to Bhai Bhan was done twice, and I noticed that foreshadowing. But I was like, nay, and it's
no
just a
so
joke.
you
And but
know
it came, I was like, I'm a little stupid. I noticed that and I didn't catch on it.
so I'll tell you what, when I saw those scenes na, when they are trying to flirt and he says some मेरी बहन हो क्या or something or Raksha Bandhan something like that, that's when both Nikita and looked at each other, what the fuck are these lines? It was
Yeah.
literally that was our thing that अबे यार तू अबे एक दो अच्छा कुछ funny scene डाले उसके बीच में what is this doesn't make sense, like who the fuck is writing this shit, not knowing obviously because this is episode 2 or 3 when they're saying this shit. Then, and I didn't see it coming. The only time I put it together was pretty much when the most people would have, when he's going to hit him और वो दुनिया हसीनों का मेला चल रहा है डांस करते हुए मैंने देखा सडनली वो लड़की मोना सिंह लग रही है बिफोर दे, तो तभी ऑब्वियसली चमक है कि 1 मिनट ये है ओ बास्टर्ड अच्छा
एक
1 मिनट ये कर रहा है ओके आई लाइक दैट इट वाज फियरलेस इट वाज डिफरेंट इट वाज इंटरेस्टिंग.
Yeah.
No, that's what
अच्छा,
I'm saying.
also
हाँ.
another foreshadowing moment was वो जो there's one moment where both of them are sitting in that frame और वो लोग अपना बाल ठीक करते हैं, which is a मैं हूं ना callback apparently, because it's that gag with Shah Rukh and Zaid Khan where they do the same hand gesture with their hair.
हाँ
So
ऐसे
it's
बहुत किए ब्रो
brother
दे
sister
had
brother brother वाला जो logic है,
ah
that's
ah
that's a bit of a callback.
you know people have gone so into it like there's a part where what's his name Bobby Deol. Bobby Deol's character is उसके
On the iPad.
उसके आई मैसेज खुल रहा है उसने करण जौहर को मैसेज किया राइट सो ऑन द साइड यू कैन सी अदर पीपल दैट ही हैज मैसेज और उसमें देयर इज वन मैसेज सी यू सून व्हिच
Sunny.
इज नो सनी का भी था बट आई डोंट नो सनी का था कि नहीं बट इट वाज रणबीर कपूर कैरेक्टर फ्रॉम एनिमल का नाम.
Wow.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
तो उन लोग मेटा का मेहता extra meta मतलब this is Bobby Deol playing तलवार and then you're not doing a nod to animal, you know what I mean, like he's done ऐसे छोटे छोटे चीजें एक दो उधर अभी बहुत आ रहे हैं in fact now people are like going, if you go back and you
Dude,
watch
पागल
it
हो गए.
suddenly
हाँ.
you'll
Now
realize
people are
एक एक दो दो
finding
scene
all these meta, not meta, all these references where it's like when शाहरुख की एंट्री होती है स्टेज पे ऑन फिल्म फर्स्ट अवार्ड्स, तो ऐसे करके कैमरा जाता है तो उसके जूते पे देयर आर द इट्स अ स्टील टो एंड ऑन दैट यू कैन सी द ऑडियंस, so it's like सारा जहान इसके पैरों में, and you know all, now they're finding
Bro,
these like, oh,
I
this
don't
is
think they're
like
finding. I
yeah,
think they are
they're
they're
making.
trying to
making
justify, yeah, they're trying to
they're making
justify just
कवि
a
क्या
shot.
कहना चाहते हैं? कवि कहना चाहते हैं कि ये ब्लू कर्टन में ना उसकी डिप्रेशन छिपी है.
Yeah, like शाहरुख खान बात कर रहा है तो वो अवार्ड एक्सेप्ट कर रहा है तो शाहरुख होता है तो बाद में आउट ऑफ फोकस पीछे वहां पे लिखा है बेस्ट एक्टर बिहाइंड शाहरुख. I was like, ये आर्यन ने जानबूझ के किया था, सोचिए
नहीं no
कितना
in
thought.
some places you can see it evidently
Yeah.
done. Karan Johar is talking but he's in front of a massive flag वो जो अपना pride colors और he's standing in front of it. It's a clear this ये
Yeah.
उसका dad मर जाता है ना तभी उन लोग चिता को आग लगाते हैं तो they have done that K3G वाला
K3G.
K3G नहीं कौन सा है वो
K3G, K3.
K3G है ना
When
कौन
he
मरता
comes
है
and puts his hand,
कभी
ना?
खुशी कभी गम. Yeah.
when he comes and puts the hand और इसमें लेकिन ये राघव जुएल आ जाता है तो it's another nod to that. वैसे
Yeah,
ये
okay, let's talk about
वैसे
another
वहां पे
cameo.
करीना कपूर का भी डायलॉग है which अरशद वारसी says, I think, I like it a lot. वो सब भी है.
I really liked.
Whose dialogues?
I really liked. Aadar had one line about Arshad Varsi's character where he's like, "This is circuit after Munna Bhai has moved on."
yeah
Yeah. It's like I gotta take over.
He's got
It's that, and somehow he's dressed as he's a mix between circuit and apna. Apparently, again, this is another Shah Rukh reference. They're saying this is Shah Rukh's character from Race. It's a mix between that and that. So ये भी पूरा theories and everything that people
अरे
have started.
they started this one where शाहरुख के इधर एक पान वाला होता, तो पता है पान वाले का सीन है
वो
where
legit है, हाँ.
that's apparently from his life. Then they cut to a I think one of those जीना इसी का नाम है टाइप शो आते थे ना, उसमें where शाहरुख is at a पान वाला, then they match the two pictures and they look quite similar-ish.
oh my god, crazy.
ये
अच्छा,
सब
मुझे लगा एक्चुअल पान वाले को लाया, मतलब यार ये पान वाला बहुत अच्छी एक्टिंग कर रहा है.
नहीं नहीं नहीं
अच्छा, they cast someone who looks like him. I thought
yeah.
पान वाले में काफी inherent talent था and शाहरुख ने वो utilized it.
That समीर वानखड़े वाला, but जो उन लोग ने किया, ठीक है.
भाई.
I think that scene could have been better. It could have been like
Could have,
it could have been
yeah.
funnier, but I was like, still, if you see the face and everything, not just that, the guy behind. Remember, one of the guys who was involved in his arrest
selfie,
was that
the
bald
selfie.
guy, the guy who took a selfie.
That was very funny.
That extrajudicial help that they had from that mustachioed
No,
guy.
and I
They
feel,
got him also at the back.
bro, I feel like the marketing of the show started a year and a half, two back. You know,
Yeah.
when he was arrested. Like, and it wasn't intentional, obviously, but the fact that that happened has added so much more. Like, this is the thing about controversy, right? That it doesn't, like, I mean, you can only go one of two ways. Either it finishes you because you don't want to deal with the public eye anymore, or it just becomes another piece of narrative within your life, which people are interested in.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing that I feel has happened with this show. Good, bad, etc. Aside, not etc. Good, bad aside, it's like a lot of people are saying, oh, you know, after he had to go through that, he got arrested. Now he's finally out and he's gotten a hit show and a show is doing so well. That's Aryan's reply. It's his revenge.
No, and I mean, but here's the funny thing, right? It feels like the entire family is doing this thing. where आर्यन का केस हुआ तो शाहरुख ने रिप्लाई किया थ्रू जवान, फिर आर्यन ने रिप्लाई किया थ्रू बैड्स.
Which is, I think, honestly, I would agree with the artist replying with art. On some level, I agree.
But Aadar is
wait. It's Shahrukh replied with Jawan. Aryan replied with Bads. Now Suhana's doing some movie called King again with Shahrukh. She is going to reply with that. And then now Shahrukh.
लेकिन वो आर्चीज का रिप्लाई दे रही है.
नहीं, और अभी शाहरुख का नया घर बन रहा है तो गौरी विल रिप्लाई थ्रू इंटीरियर्स. तो देख क्या इंटीरियर बना है, किल मैंटल पे नेशनल अवार्ड. Hey, that's my reply.
and you know, so here I want to talk about this other thing, right? So which is, it's very interesting to me that so Shah Rukh Khan made his name by being extremely sincere, right? Like overtly sincere to the point where it's ridiculous. Like, it's just that, which is what the romance is about, right? I believe in this 100%. You can see the conviction that he has in his eyes, right? And that was what Bollywood was, right? It was just over the top stories that were told with unbelievable amounts of conviction, to the point where even the audience then had no choice but to believe it's true, right? And to the point where now we've reached 2025, where Aryan Khan debuts with the opposite of sincerity. This is the most ironic, the most cynical take on Bollywood, right? Like, the fact that I found that very interesting. You have the father who did, like, and it's referenced in the film, it was him running around trees that put him in the position that he was in.
Yeah.
And the son not seeing very much value in any of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. So, or not seeing any value, but at least realizing it for the stupidity that it was, or the over the topness that it has.
But let's talk about the cameos in order. Aamir और राजामौली का cameo कैसे लगा?
Great. Another thing that reel देख के मैं आऊंगा देखने.
I know, like, I like the premise, the fact that hey, इन लोग इतने intellectual लगते हैं कि राजामौली और आमिर. I like the thought behind it.
Yeah.
Again, the execution of it I felt could have been better, but I liked it still.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean.
You start a conversation. They tried to pull a Seinfeld conversation which starts with something really silly, but it stays there. You're getting me? If you look at any conversation in Seinfeld, it starts with something really stupid, which is Pavada versus Idli Sambar. And they had an
It
opportunity
escalates.
to go somewhere. Yeah, it didn't escalate.
Yeah.
It just
I,
went with that, and that
but
reh gaya.
my favorite part of that was not the idli and sambar and vada. It was just Amir Khan going, "Hey, revolver, idhar aa."
Revolver. वो बहुत funny था. That's the one time I laughed out because it was that he's like अरे इसको मैं पता नहीं होगा but इसको पता है but he just remembers him
Bro,
but that's how you remember a lot of new actors. You
"Hey,
remember
revolver,
them
idhar
by
aa."
the character name or the movie's title. You don't remember the actor's name.
revolve. भाई का cameo, bro. I think भाई का cameo was shot at his farm house in Panvel. I think the
But
entire crew went from there and said, just walk by and say bullshit party.
I
It was
don't
just
think
literally,
I don't
और
think
क्या बाप बनने गए तो डर है ऐसे कुछ तो था ना.
Thakur, I don't think Bhai was filming anything. I
Yeah.
think they just were at a party. They said phone nikal, phone पे उसने shoot कर लिया. Bhai just
Hmm.
randomly at a party going bullshit
Yeah.
party and then walking away.
They must have had. I feel they had a lot of things in their head, but Salman said, "I'll give you only this much time." I think
Hmm.
कम time में shoot किया होगा because it felt like second take नहीं दिया. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It had that fuck. They had this take. Bro, अपने पास शैतान में कितना ऐसा थे where you had a good idea in your head, but भाई तेको वो डालने का है कि मैं निकाल दूं. यही दो
Yeah.
ऑप्शन है क्योंकि अगर तेको उतना लंबा करना है तो टाइम नहीं है बट इफ यू स्टिल वांट टू डू इट हियर इज सम वर्जन ऑफ इट यू कैन स्टिल ट्राई एंड शूट.
Hmm. You think
शाहरुख
it's
का
just a
बाप था.
BTS?
शाहरुख
It
का
is
बाप
just
था.
शाहरुख का बहुत फनी था द फैक्ट
बस
दैट
था.
he's taking that like भाई घंटे का बादशाह मतलब
अपेरेंटली ये किसी ने लिखा है कमेंट्स में मैंने अभी पढ़ा कि दैट घंटे
हाँ
का बादशाह रेफरेंस इज द दैट इन्फेमस कटरीना कैफ बर्थडे एट ऑलिव इन बॉम्बे where Shahrukh
हाँ
and Salman got into a fight. It was front page news. Salman and Shahrukh got into a fight at Katrina Kaif's birthday at this bar Olive,
हाँ
2008-9, if I'm not mistaken. And it became huge. Apparently, in that fight, Salman had told Shahrukh, क्या बे तू घंटे का बादशाह ऐसे किसी ने कमेंट्स में लिखा है
oh
which
no
is
idea
quite again quite believable because this is bro usually right this is a fully as insider be can be का perspective है. Imagine
No, and
the plethora. Imagine what he has not put in. Can you
yeah, that's
imagine
true. That's true.
what he has not put in?
That's true.
Bro,
And
because
see
he
like,
has
there's one thing where I feel that in if you're going like that I think season 2 can go into one thing that they've done is they I don't know too many people know about this is the feud that happened between Sunny Deol and Shah Rukh Khan since Dar.
hmm.
yeah
That
और
has
वो
been
है
a very big thing for the
for
longest
very
time
very big
until
yeah
very recently, where they've
Gadar
met.
Gadar
Shah Rukh congratulates Sunny after Gadar 2,
hmm.
and now Bobby Deol is with this guy and stuff like that. And yeah, and that could be something in season 2, huh, by the way, which is this guy decides to play a villain in a movie, and that's the arc for him. And then by the end, and that's like backside arc that is happening, where he plays a villain instead of a hero.
No, and
I
also this, right? The um, shit, I forgot my thought. Go for it, Thakur. Go
नहीं
for it.
I enjoyed the film first वाला portion. अगेन एक्सेस फिल्म मेकिंग तेरे पास सब सेलिब्रिटी है तो आके किसी से कुछ भी बुलवा. उसमें दिशा पत्नी का एक था दैट वाज क्वाइट फनी. शी कम्स ड्रेसिंग लुकिंग हॉट एंड एवरीबॉडी लाइक दिशा मैम दिशा मैम दिशा मैम. देन शी पुट्स ऑन दिस like mink coat overcoat and
Yeah.
everybody goes oh सारे paparazzi एक टाइप
अपना
नीचे.
फोटो
I think that was fun. That was funny. He took a dig at himself also. He's when Shania Madam Mahip is telling Shania, listen, don't make that face, smile, don't be like Aryan. क्योंकि आर्यन का तो कोई भी फोटो दे वो ऐसे ही एकदम गुस्से में है.
हाँ.
वो गुस्से में नहीं वो स्माइल नहीं कर रहे ऑलवेज लाइक मिड थॉट क्या रे क्या हुआ वैसे वाला है.
Mid thought.
ये क्या क्या हुआ? हाँ.
क्या बोले.
हम्म.
अर्जुन कपूर और कौन थे? अर्जुन कपूर था, व्हाट्स हिज फेस,
Hmm.
राजकुमार.
This dude, I
Arjun
remember.
and Rajkumar, Arjun and Rajkumar need to do something together. I feel there's something there that can be explored. I don't know why it's this taken so long for someone to put those two together.
I remembered what I was going to say.
Hmm.
I feel like at one point Shah Rukh became this undisputed Badshah of Bollywood, and after a point, the lore of Shah Rukh becomes so much that he began cross referencing it in every movie that he did subsequently
In his own movies, yeah.
in his own
That's what
movies,
na.
right?
Salman ka bhi same हुआ, right? You start doing something for so long, it becomes so popular. Then
Becomes a
you playing other characters, start referencing yourself, the real
yeah,
person,
yeah.
but through a fiction.
No, and I'll tell you what I
क्या
mean.
चल रहा है?
So I'll tell you what I have in my mind when I think of this. So Om Shanti Om is obviously the most direct reference, right? Ki
Yeah.
I'm referencing my own legacy at this point. Then after that, for example, you had these moments even in Chennai Express where now he's parodying DDLJ in the train sequences.
Yeah.
And you have him, he shows up in Bharat where there's a reference. Imagine Shah Rukh Khan shows up in Salman's movie referencing Shah Rukh's past. Then he shows up in Fan. In Fan, Fan was
Yeah.
the most Shah Rukh that you could get, where Shah Rukh plays himself and a fan who likes himself, who looks like himself. And it
Which is
was-
also, it's a commentary on Shah Rukh. Shah Rukh loves himself. So he's his biggest fan.
so Shah Rukh has
Then
also been.
Pathan also had that moment, na, with that post-credit scene with Salman where hum nahi karenge
Pathan
to kaun
had that
karega.
moment. Jawan was about his life. Like
Yeah.
it just feels like Shah Rukh is doing this retrospective of Shah Rukh. And then now Aryan comes and does a separate retrospective.
I think that this was ऐसे love letter to his dad type also, because काफी सारा मेरे dad hero वाला dialogue, across the show, if you see, it's a lot of like ode and reverence to dad. Even when he's doing that speech उधर शाहरुख को दिखा रहा है वो time पे, तो काफी I love my dad.
बेटे को पहुंचने से पहले मुझे
हाँ.
What?
बेटे को हाथ लगाने से पहले बाप से बात कर.
हाँ.
Mhm.
So
और मिजुक तो भाई बहुत
Mijuk.
बहुत 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 मजेदार. Here's another thing. When you see the trailer, you'll see Ranveer Singh, Karan Johar, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Amir Khan, Imran Hashmi, all the top actresses, right? Then you go to the album. तो Spotify पे जा Bads of Bollywood पे, and look at the names: Arijit Singh, Diljit Dosanjh,
Yeah.
Badshah, like Anirudh Ravichandran.
Bacha as a character also is so much
Funny.
fun.
very fun.
मस्त
Yeah,
था. मस्त था वो.
And
I like how they connected that whole Badshah wala angle. That was funny.
and the songs must talk about, I feel, because I don't apart from the title track of Scam, I can't think of a web series having that big an impact with music.
Musically, people have forgotten that, yeah, there can be music that can be
Yeah.
iconic
Integrated.
in OTT.
Correct.
Yeah. We've
Like
somewhere
That's
stepped away
right.
from that.
Ghafoor was very good. Tenu Ki Pata, like Tenu Ki Pata was
Ghafoor is the new ringtone. Ghafoor is
yeah.
I guarantee at this point, there are 50,000 phones right as I am speaking, ringing with Ghafoor's ringtone right now.
50,000 is very less. Is very less.
Dude,
It'll
if
be
in
way
case,
more.
by the way, if you came for the Friday and Saturday shows of Markasam, the song had gone into Varun's ear so much that he's like, "Apan, इस पे entry मारेंगे." So Ghafoor
हमने
used to play.
छह में से चार शो पे एंट्री गफूर पे मारा है. फिर जिस पे गफूर पे एंट्री नहीं मारा, उस पे गफूर पे एग्जिट.
Ghafoor से end हो रहा है.
So it was
फिर एक बार गाड़ी में भी सुना ऑन द वे. मैं घर पे नहाते वक्त सुन रहा हूँ. बहुत. अभी ये चलेगा 2-3 और दिन, फिर मैं थक जाऊंगा.
and it's also like this, right? Like the Bads of Bollywood also serves almost as like not that he needs it, but it serves as a show reel for what Aryan can do as a director in mainstream Bollywood, right? So you have like Ghafoor shot as an item number with Tamanna Bhatia.
music, that entry, that with Tamanna, yes, but that special shout out to that sequence with Arshad
Arshad
Varsi's
Varsi.
entry. That
Dude,
entry
then
was that
the guy,
scene was
एक
really
तो
well
the
shot.
guy on the crutches, and then Arshad Varsi handing him
I liked it.
a prosthetic leg,
Prosthetic
and then वहां पे
leg.
खड़े रह के उसके जो बंदे लोग ऐसे रो रहे हैं कि भाई क्या
रो
कर
रहे
रहा है, इतना दरिया दिल है, and then next second he kills somebody, which is just, and the gold coins being tossed into the audience.
Bro, Kautuk, मैं देखो बोल रहा हूँ ना, many a times while I'm watching the show, I was thinking of Shaitan, of how when we were shooting Shaitan, what we were doing. Because again, meta movies, right? Meta movies, comedy where it is irreverent, it's no holds barred. We don't have, there is no filter, there is no nothing to worry about. Go balls to the walls, right? The entire time I'm watching this, I'm imagining that if I was on this set in whatever capacity, acting कर रहा हूँ, direct, right, ये वो, मजा आया होगा करने के लिए. करने के लिए बहुत मजा आया होगा. You can see a bunch of people have come together and had fun.
Yeah.
It might not be a show that everybody loves, likes. It's not genre defining. It is not but ऐसे देख के लगता है कि मजा है बनाते वक्त,
Yeah.
क्योंकि मेरे को वो मजा देखते वक्त आ रहा था.
Yeah.
That's what I felt with this
No, and you could
show.
also see, apart from the Bollywood references, you could also see a whole bunch of references to movies that world cinema that Aryan just likes. Like you have a Pulp Fiction reference, a Godfather reference, a Coen Brothers.
Godfather reference, I laughed a lot because I
Yeah.
think Kautuk knows this about me. I love when somebody fucks up dialogue.
I
And
refuse, you
a
can't
refuse
offer.
that you cannot offer. A refuse you cannot offer. It just
वो थोड़े वो साइड में टाइम पास थे, छोटा काशिफ और वो सब.
हाँ वो
You know,
छोटा काशिफ बड़ा काशिफ
I
का है हाँ
I have a weakness for good side henchmen gangster
yeah
characters, because across so many movies you've got so many. It's not something, again, it's not something new, right? Giving your henchman a quirk or your main gangster a quirk is not new, but I always enjoy any sort of quirk added to characters like that. It just makes
but
makes
nobody
it so
nailed it
stupid.
like Delhi Belly. Nobody
Yeah.
nailed the
I
henchman
mean,
like Delhi Belly.
उसमें देख
Delhi
कितना
Belly is a
बोला कम
great,
है, but उसमें वो that's the other
great.
thing. On one side you have these people who speaking a lot, कर रहे बहुत है ये वो. Delhi Belly में they used it but only at key points when necessary. In that
लुंड्री
entire क्या है बस.
सर ये टट्टी है it's
ये तो टट्टी है.
मतलब
Epic.
and the thing is the timing of
Epic.
that scene we've not I don't think these guys could like replicate because those guys whatever said and done those henchmen in Delhi Belly those guys were he knew how long to pause for the theater audience to stop laughing to continue his dialogue. It was I was like मेरी आंखें फट गई थी because इसने बोला सर टट्टी है the whole audience in the theater erupted and this is a theater this guy's filming to have the timing to turn around and exactly when the laugh is dipping thank you and that's another big that's timing you
विजय
can't just learn that's experienced that's something
विजय
that you
विजय
come
राज
over
ब्रो.
Vijay Raj is
अलग अलग
next level
लेवल. Alag
Yeah,
level.
I felt
Also,
like
I want to give one special shout out to two of my friends who are also part of this show. One is Anya, who was the manager, जिसके पास कभी पेन नहीं होता, and DJ Adam, Neville
अरे
Barucha.
Neville Barucha,
Neville
yes.
Special shout out to two of my very good friends. अच्छा लगा.
And
अभी इसके साथ मैं भी होता तो और कितना मजा आता है यार. क्या आर्यन, सीजन 2 में ले ले यार.
hey, Thakur, I think the best way to impress Aryan is do one. Hey, yaar.
हे यार आर्यन ले लो मुझे प्लीज.
just send in Gorigote
I think he
as
would
an
like.
audition
I
reel.
think he would enjoy it. He's like, अरे क्या बात है. एंड ऑल्सो अपना वो ब्रो, वो भाई के बारे में बात करता है, वो बहुत फनी है. कितना he was so, that was
But the
clearly, I can
endorsement
tell you,
once again the
once
endorsement that he
again, I
does
can
is
clearly
also
see is inspired by what's his face, Roman,
Yeah,
Succession,
Succession.
Roman Roy.
yeah
It's very how he talks to Shibon in the show. Same.
yeah
वो मतलब अपने रह के देख के मालूम पड़ता है ना कि अच्छा इसको इधर से लिया है, दिस इज अ ओड टू दैट. अरे दिस इज बिकॉज़ इफ यू लुक एट इट, इट्स आल्सो entourage, right?
Yeah,
If you think like
to a great degree yeah
the drama is what's his face, Manoj Pava, except इसमें singer है, right? He has been singer, wants to make a comeback. He is Anya's character, which is the manager. वो तेरा राघव जुयाल becomes turtle. Think about it. जो कुछ
yeah
एक्चुअली करता नहीं है काम वाइज, बट पूरा टाइम तेरे लीड के साथ रहेगा. हो गए चार तेरे.
yeah you don't know what he does yeah that's right
No, and apart from that, I think it's also like you'll see like for example, it's very interesting that you have it's not just in Bollywood. You also have in Hollywood. You have this show called The Studio. with what's
Again,
his,
yeah, Access filmmaking at its best, which
who's
is
making studio? What's that guy's name?
Seth Rogen.
Seth
Seth
Rogen.
Rogen.
Seth Rogen. You have studio going on. You also had a Marvel, a parody of Marvel. It was it
The
had like a bunch of
the
people. What is it called? It was called
Are yaar, it's called
the
the
movie or
sequel.
something like that. It's called the
No,
movie.
the sequel, the Enterprise. I forgot
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it's
yeah. The
called.
industry
The
ऐसा कुछ तो
franchise. The
The
franchise.
franchise.
franchise. Yeah.
Franchise.
Like you have a bunch of these like looking at the industry, and I think one thing that adds to this, one thing that makes it more sort of like it, like right now is the right time for these kind of movies or TV shows. The reason for that is I feel like you have so much content that people are consuming about movies. Like for example, like I recently saw this and it just blew my mind. I saw someone had tweeted out saying ki the production designer, sound designer, something, like these small positions have been filled for the Batman 2.
Hmm.
Right? Talk about, that's the weirdest way to promote a movie coming out in a year, 2 years time, right? The production manager has been appointed, right? But that's the
Yeah.
kind of stuff that you have access to nowadays, right? You're constantly seeing stars feeds, you're seeing gossip about stars, you're seeing movie ka trailer aaya, teaser trailer aaya, ye aaya, wo aaya. It's just this ecosystem, right, that is around it. So for example, you'll see it reflected in something like Bags, where you have, we all saw that moment where Siddhant Chaturvedi goes onto a round table
Yeah.
and then says that iconic line कि जहाँ इनकी struggle खत्म होती है,
नहीं,
शुरू होती है, वहां
जहाँ हमारे सपने खत्म होते हैं वहां इनकी स्ट्रगल शुरू होती है.
struggle शुरू होती है. Great line, such a good line. And then to have that sort of recreated with
सितारे तो बहुत है
सितारे तो
लेकिन
बहुत हैं पर
आसमान तो एक है.
आसमान सिर्फ.
Hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, two
And
other
so
writers
like
are
you,
on this show. Two other writers, not just obviously Aryan. There's this guy called Bilal Siddiqui, and I forget the other
Arya's
guy's
not doing
name.
everything.
हाँ नहीं मैं से बोल रहा हूँ
हाँ.
हाँ कि
But
because it's well written.
so like the point is that, right, you have like you have this sort of like, we're all consuming so much film content that when you see these things you're like, हाँ ये तो वो है और ये तो ये है, and all of that stuff, right?
It's
It was
a lack of sincerity. On some level, I miss just sincere stories. I
yeah,
mean,
man.
now the only way to get attention is if you're calling attention to the fact that you are making something that is based on the fact that you are create. It's the Bo Burnham sketch where he does a song and
Yeah.
halfway through the song it cuts to him making a YouTube react video about the song that you are just been watching, and then it cuts to another person reacting to the reaction that he's giving of the song, and it just keeps going in an infinite loop.
Yeah.
बाप वाह that's crazy. वो fucking Bo Burnham man कहाँ से लेके आते हैं यार ये सब idea.
Yeah.
Superb. Such a good
All
one.
right. So anything else we've forgotten? I think dialogues are great, songs are great, but
Mona saying अच्छा last twist. What did you guys think about the last twist?
I think it's good, very Game of Thrones inspired.
कि मालूम पड़ जाता है जिससे तू झगड़ रहा है जो तुझे मार रहा है वो एक्चुअल में तेरा बाप है और तू आउटसाइडर है ही नहीं टेक्निकली.
Yeah, that's the difference between American television and Indian. They took 7 episodes to get to that point. Game of Thrones के पहले 20 मिनट में ये हो गया था.
No. Also, like for example, like you have the same thing happening in Star Wars at some point, right? Where Luke is fighting this guy, and then it turns out it's his dad, and
Yeah.
he had something going on with Princess Leia, which suddenly becomes very odd to look at again in retrospect.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, it's shocking for sure, and it'll completely depend on where they take it. There has to be a season 2. There has to be some
Oh yeah,
resolution.
they've kind of dropped that hint, na, कि they're going to do like a Prem Ratan Dhanpao kind of
What?
thing with like really messed up. Yeah, family drama, which this guy says, I'm going to create India's weirdest, craziest family drama. That's how he ends it. Soda wala.
Interesting.
या
So
अभी
that's
नहीं
like a
नहीं
easy one.
नहीं भी होगा उनके पास लिखा तो बोलेंगे लिखो भाई
भी लिखो यार.
क्योंकि it's all over ना.
Yeah.
Whether you liked it didn't like it people have watched it. So
Yeah.
People have
बस
watched it. Season 2
people have
will
watched
also
it.
be watched.
Watch
Yeah.
Randi
Season 2
में.
will also be watched.
अच्छा,
Yeah.
story wise, what are your favorite sequences? Like one, एक तो है which I know Kautuk loves is the soda wala rubbing oil on his body and escaping from the guards.
Yeah, that was
So
funny.
sequence wise, do you have other
I
moments like that?
enjoyed.
Acha, what did you think about that moment, Kautuk? Why did it make you laugh so much?
I mean, it was literally
अभी भी हंस रहा है साला.
like that's the thing. Like, if you like, I think that was one of the few places where like it just got me for some reason. Like the fact that that particular character putting oil on himself and sliding through a thing
Again,
was
fresh.
very.
I like that. That was fresh. That entire brothers character, when in the end he's actually beating it off while he's on VR talking about his hell Pushpa.
Yeah. चोरी
I-
करेगी तू.
Again, comes out of nowhere. You don't expect it.
Yeah.
Any time Manoj Pava gives any gali, apart from his amazing acting, there's one time he's like, अबे मैं तो एटलीस्ट मेरा करियर तो, ही टेल्स राघव जुएल, तू क्या है आसमान के बीच में
हाँ,
के
लटकते
लटका
रहते
है.
हैं.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It's nothing. It's a nothing line. But
It's like watching your dad swear.
yeah,
Now it's funny. Like swear like very matlab insanely casually. It's not in anger. It's not in like it's not a heightened emotion. It's just casually just talk. It's funny because it's like somebody your dad's age who's supposed to be a little more
yeah,
controlled.
yeah. But I think
Yeah.
good finale, because there are times where the show does get slow, does meander, this, that,
No,
and
that's
there,
the
you
thing that
know,
I couldn't understand was that like for a film that had so many cameos and had so many stars, why was it so dull? Like it just felt so dull. To me. That's the only thing that I couldn't understand. So
Yeah.
maybe that, uh, and
It,
I
it
felt
didn't
like
leave me like, oh my God, this is what the hell did I watch? Other than that one flip that happened in the end, I was like, oh, chal, you got me.
चलो बाकी साइड में पब्लिक को भी पूछते, people who are in on the chat with us, we're going to be here for like 15 odd minutes more. So let us know in the comments here,
yeah,
what do
let's
you
do.
guys feel
Okay,
about the show? What did you like? What did you not like? What was your favorite sequence? We'll read a few
anything
comments.
we've forgotten to discuss, do
Yeah,
write in the
anything
comments.
you guys feel, yeah, we forgot to discuss, वो लिख
And
दो, बताओ.
let's go through the super chats. Do we have the super chats?
Yes, we have right now. Vivan Mehta. Thank you, Vivan. Vivan says, kind request to tour with Markasam, Ahmedabad. Yes, अभी हम लोग ने Bombay just खत्म किया. In the coming months, say December onwards, we are going to do other cities as well. So Ahmedabad is on the list. As soon as we get a venue and dates, you will see the tickets very, very soon. But
And
कर रहे.
and in fact, we're looking forward to touring with this in other cities because this particular show lends itself to hearing about stories from your particular city, your particular life within that city, which is so much more interesting to us who have all been Bombay boys. So really looking forward to that.
Correct. Then Jai Teen says, thank you firstly for your super chat. He says, saw an ad that Kurkure launched Jawar Puff flavor today. I feel Kautuk manifested it. What the fuck? सच्ची ये हुआ है?
No,
क्या बात है ब्रो?
बहुत लोगों ने मुझे भेजा है ये
कुरकुरे जवार पफ फ्लेवर.
puffs, Kurkure Jawar. Bro, eventually, I'm telling you, I was ahead of the curve. अब
That's
सब
crazy.
Jawar Puff, मखाना सब.
Bhai,
All
Jawar
my
Puff is the only curve you think about. That's you are way ahead of the curve.
Okay, next. Bijit says, firstly, thank you for your super chat. Super chat? Super chat. Super chat. Tribute to Zubinda. Zubinda, I'm assuming he's talking about Zubin Garg, who passed away recently. Is it? I'm assuming it's for that, Bijit.
Yeah.
Next, Anirudh Pachapur. Thank you for your super chat. He says, बाद में देखेश. Thank you for super chatting and telling us that you will watch us later. Appreciate it. Thank you. Rajat Bhatia says, watching TISS since 2020. Big fan of Aadar, Varun, Kautuk and Baba. Going to New Zealand for Masters next month. VT, any tips as a former international student? Start looking for part-time work. पहले से ही. Do that. I think that is something that will really help you help you out, and
Also, stay
your
close to your college. Just as advice, I can just stay as
yeah
close to your college as possible.
yeah फिर उठ के इजीली पहुंच जाएगा. But
Hmm.
one thing I'll tell you honestly, what feels like now master's degree, it'll take 1 year, whatever. It goes away really, really fast. And
Yeah.
before you realize, it's 18 years later, and you're doing a live stream on YouTube at 11:30 at night. Okay, I just felt I was in my master's yesterday, and now I'm here. So enjoy and make the most of it. पढ़ाई भी कर, लेकिन मजे भी करना. न्यूजीलैंड है, मजा
Hmm.
आएगा. और अगर तूने मैं प्रेम की दीवानी देखी हो, तो यू नो कि न्यूजीलैंड में तुम क्या क्या कर सकते हो. सो एंजॉय एंड बेस्ट ऑफ लक.
मैं
I
उन्होंने
love
प्रेम की
how
दीवानी हूँ न्यूजीलैंड में था.
शूट उधर हुआ था, लेकिन उन्होंने बताया था कि वो सुंदर नगर है.
I cannot
She
believe that when you thought of New Zealand, your mind went to मैं प्रेम की दीवानी हूँ
and
and
not
not Lord of the Rings.
not Lord of the Rings or कहो ना प्यार है also. कहो ना
या
प्यार है also न्यूजीलैंड भाई.
नो. हाँ
हाँ.
या दैट इज आल्सो न्यूजीलैंड.
Someone should ask that question to Rakesh Roshan कि Rakesh ना हाँ Rakesh Roshan कि why New Zealand of all the fucking places in the world, why
अबे
do
These
you
रिबेट भाई.
locations, Kautuk, these locations are
रिबेट.
decided based on tax rebates and how
हाँ.
the
ah
countries invite you to do this based on like, oh, you can get cheaper crew, easier access to locations and all that.
they must have submitted it to some agency department in New Zealand now where they're saying like
Hmm.
what sort of film is it, like what are you going to film here,
Yeah.
and then they just brought Ritik and he just went
Oh, okay, we get it. We get it.
just
We get it.
100% रिबेट. यू कैन गेट 7 करोड़ रिबेट. ओके. देन केतन, थैंक यू फॉर सुपर चैट. इज लाइक एक चीज बताओ, इडली सांभर या वड़ा पाव. वड़ा पाव ब्रो, हैंड्स डाउन. आई लव
Vada pav.
साउथ
Vada
इंडियन फूड,
pav.
लेकिन वड़ा पाव.
idli sambar या
इडली.
vada pav. Idli sambar.
But the thing is, you can't have vada pav every day. You can have idli sambar every day.
I think
You
idli
can.
sambar.
See, the thing is, you're saying you can't have.
I
You
feel less
can have.
gassy.
You shouldn't have is a different thing. You can
That's
have.
what. But you
You
should have
can.
idli sambar every day. You
No, you
can,
shouldn't
and
have.
you'll be.
No.
Nahi, you can
You,
have one nice idli. That can be your perpetual breakfast for
one
life.
nice idli, then you can have one nice vada also. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है भाई.
No,
Deep fry.
Yes.
no, no.
Deep fry.
I'm on. I'm
No,
on.
Unless
air
it's
fry.
baked. Air fry.
Air fry.
Then,
Bye.
chal, sold. Sold. Thakur, you've sold me.
Get with the times, guys. Get with the times. Air fry कर,
Oh.
गर्मा गर्म खा.
Idli sambar.
Hmm.
ठीक है.
Idli sambar for me. Idli sambar. Because
नहीं
it
मिलेगा.
also gives you that
भाई एक आदमी ने एनालिसिस
juicy
किया था.
samperness.
एक आदमी ने एनालिसिस किया था इसका कि देखो, ग्राम किससे बनता है? चिकपी. चिकपी और बेसन किससे बनता है? चिकपी. तो चिकपी का आटा ये है, उसमें प्रोटीन. प्रोटीन तो खाना चाहिए. एंड देन ही प्रोसीड्स टू मेक अ वड़ा पाव एंड सेज इसमें तीनों फूड ग्रुप है, फैट, प्रोटीन एंड दिस. ये खा सकते हो आप तीनों मील्स के लिए. एंड आई लव हाउ ही सेल्स इट थ्रू द इंटायर वीडियो.
Okay, next we got a chat from super chat from Niranjan Shana. Thank you firstly. He says, भाई मेरा स्टोरी एडिट में रहेगा ना माँ कसम के वीडियो में. भाई हम लोग रिव्यू करेंगे स्टोरी. अगर तेरा स्टोरी उतना ही फनी था जितना फनी तूने बताया तो जरूर रहेगा. फनी नहीं था तो नहीं रहेगा. पता नहीं, देखते हैं. वॉच मार्कसम टू फिगर आउट द आंसर टू दैट क्वेश्चन. और कौन है? और कुछ है क्या सुपर चैट में? तभी तक भाई साइड में कमेंट करो.
By the way, there were some super chats that had come before. Unfortunately, we have scrolled past them. I mean, our scroll is not showing them. So if you could just put it in the regular chat, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Anuj
Kushal.
Patil, I found one.
Basically now everybody will just say, हाँ मैंने भी भेजा सुपर चैट, ये लो, this is
No,
read
no,
my
no.
comment.
Wait, I found one. Anuj Patil, thank you for your super chat. He says, I won't be agreeing to anything Kautuk says until I get a new second-hand story season. मे मध्ये रिलीज करणार होता. कुठे आहे एक नंबर चा? किधर है
You know,
कौतुक?
I feel Kautuk is doing mini second-hand stories in a way on his Instagram page. I don't know why you're not watching them because
Yeah,
I'm
that's
finding them
true.
just as much fun and engaging as second-hand stories, and I think it's easier for him to do it regularly, which is more fun to watch.
That is true, and also like the hope was to do this, but since then, like there's a lot of things that keep changing, right? Like in terms of your commitment. So, for example, I was scheduled to do them, and then we've started doing Markasam. So, it's a bunch, like it's a lot of effort that goes into these shows as well. So, yeah, hopefully once the schedule clears up a bit, then Definitely.
Okay.
By the way,
Definitely.
Bipasha Basu
Yeah,
has
that's what I was
sent
asking. Bipasha Basu.
us
Thank,
100 rupees.
thank
Bipasha,
you.
क्या यार?
Thank you for the super chat. She says, Sundar
I
बाबा ने
think
दो
Bipasha Basu. हाँ हाँ बोलो.
सुंदर सुंदर एपिसोड में बाबा ने सुंदर बाबा ने 2 एपिसोड में आने के बाद वैसे ही धोखा दिया है जैसे रोनी ने एक पप्पी के बाद दिया. आई नेवर फॉरगेट रोनी इज बेटर देन करण सिंह ग्रोवर. आई हैव नो आइडिया व्हाट इज गोइंग
Oh,
ऑन.
Can
she's
I tell you
talking
what
in
this
terms
is?
of Bipasha Basu
एक्चुअल
universe में ही
बिपाशा
बात
बासु.
कर रही है.
तो व्हाट द फक इज
हाँ.
रोनी? हु इज रोनी?
So this character has come from the 442 universe. So we've had a
Oh,
442 TISS. Both the things have now collided. So Bipasha Basu is a character who likens everything to this. I don't know if you remember this one picture of Bipasha with Ronaldo from 2009.
yeah.
So
Oh.
Ronnie is Ronaldo.
I
Oh,
thought it's
hard.
Rooney, and then I'm like, wait, अगर football है तो अच्छा it must be meaning Rooney. What has Rooney to do with Karan Singh Grover?
Insane. Okay. Next one we have Puchka not Pani Puri. Thank you for your super chat. He/she says, bring Marcusum to USA boys. Hashtag GG में आओ. वो तो कोशिश करेंगे लेकिन मैं आ रहा हूँ अपने स्टैंड अप के साथ तो यू कैन कम वॉच 1/4 ऑफ टिस इन योर सिटी वेरी सून. तो टिकट लिंक में डाल रहा हूँ प्लीज. आ
Which
जाओ.
cannot. Pani Puri is also from the TISS 442 universe.
4/4
And,
is.
and yeah, man, like 100% shall come to US, but unfortunately,
आएंगे एक दिन तो आएंगे.
yeah,
एक दिन तो
unfortunately,
आएंगे.
visa और tariff के बीच में.
हाँ,
Oh,
करेक्ट.
hi. At
थोड़े
this
लगे
point, we
पड़े.
are imported goods from India,
Yeah,
and that is 100%
100%.
tariff.
Yeah. Okay, next super chat is from somebody called Love for Varun. Thank you. Appreciate it. Finally, at this live, I could catch live. Marcus, some I've never seen. Kautug so annoyed by a show. Cheers, boys.
But if you think Kautuk is annoyed by this show on the live stream, you have not seen Kautuk annoyed in real life at this
Yeah,
show.
this is what Kautuk is projecting right now is live streaming Kautuk, where he has held back 90% of what all he actually felt. He actually felt way worse. ये तो अभी काफी वो थोड़ा अग्री वग्री कर रहा है हम लोग के साथ इधर बट
Oh no,
He's doing
क्या
this like
बोला तू?
Ira might watch this 10 years from now. That's how
ब्रो
Kautuk is on
घर
this
पे
live
आके इतना
stream.
चिल्ला रहा था बैंक्सी डर गया कि भाई कौतुक क्या सब ठीक है ना. इतना क्या हुआ देखो भाई ये शो में. अरे ऐसा कैसा होता है ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. तो थोड़ा
कौतुक ऐसे चिल्ला के मेरे बैठा था फिर बैंक से आके अपना पाव उसके हाथ पे लगाया. It's okay, bro.
सब होता है यार.
it's just
होता
a
है
show
यार.
bro. Relax.
हाँ.
All
No,
right.
no. To be
Next
clear,
one is from okay,
clear,
sorry Kautuk बोल.
to be clear, there are much worse things on Netflix.
Yeah.
Much
Yes.
worse things. One of them is Nadanya. So it is far and beyond,
नादानिया, आर्चीज, बहुत कुछ है
Yeah.
भाई.
far and beyond the most annoyed. But yeah.
Okay, next, Subhash Jadhav, thank you for your super chat. Hi guys, good to see you live after a long time. We should do more live streams. Put Wawa on Revital plus Red Bull plus Sting plus his energy is fire emoji, fire emoji. Varun, all the best for your series. And Kautuk, it's October and still no second-hand stories.
Yeah, no, I mean, the longer things will take a longer time. But till then, as Aadar said, if you could follow me on Instagram, then I do these shorter ones there.
Yeah, and also if you gave
Also, guys,
everything that you told us to give
almost
Bawa,
1600 people are watching and only 600 likes. ये क्या मतलब एक्स्ट्रा 1000 लोग थोड़ा लाइक भी मारो.
यार थोड़ा करो ना यार.
Followers,
अभी
हाँ.
मैं आगे नहीं बढ़ूंगा जब तक तुम लाइक नहीं करोगे.
Okay, we'll just watch.
We'll just stare. Just stare at the screen. Okay, chalo. Samna Tulsani says, waiting for your November show in Canada. Yes, thank you so much. Already booked tickets. Hope you all remember me. Samna hai. So, Sama hai,
Samana hai,
Suhana.
Suhana.
Sama, ah, hey, did she come for a Toronto show? Is that how we remember?
Sama.
But Sama, thank you for
Maybe,
buying tickets for
yeah.
my show. Please do come. Please do bring friends and please do spread the word also. Sorry. And also please let us know where we met you. Next is Nasir Qureshi. The funny scene was goons calling Freddy, Milky Bar, sign kar. Bhai log, I'm unable to come. I'm unable to come to your show as I stay in Kalyan. Any plans for show in Thane? Yes, we will do that also. Why?
As
Yeah,
a
yeah,
matter
yeah.
of fact, we are thinking because Backspace, the venue we're working with in Lower Parel does have a venue in Thane, so that is also something that we are thinking about.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. Niranjan had sent a super chat earlier. I do remember reading this. I think we addressed it, na, कि show में रहेगा कि नहीं. He has sent another super chat.
Yeah, we have.
Oh,
After
remind
that,
me what story it was. Yes, bro. ये तो रहेगा. ये बहुत फनी स्टोरी था जो तूने भेजा. बता मत लोगों को क्या स्टोरी है लेकिन.
Don't, we also want to like people to be surprised. Like, can we maintain our secrecy as much as Aryan has? So we
Yeah.
would like our stories to come out when we want it to come out and all the twists and turns in them.
Oh,
Nasser,
bro. Sorry. Before we go, look at this conspiracy theory. So the climax is maybe inspired by Rishi Kapoor and Dimple Kapadia. They
yeah,
apparently
yeah.
fell in love during the shoot of Bobby, and Raj Kapoor told Rishi Kapoor to stay away from Dimple because they were siblings.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
oh.
वाह वोड़ा क्या बोल रहे भाई ये सब बैठ के मन गढ़ंत बना रहे क्या कहानियां crazy
I,
apparently in the intro sequence there's also Wankhede.
Yeah.
hmm.
So, I think that's more to do with the fact that ये बॉम्बे है इसलिए है कि क्या पता नहीं बट अगर उसने भी वानखेड़े को साथ दिया by the way didn't he put a case he's put a case now against all these guys
Yes.
he's
Which,
put a case against
but yeah,
Aryan
it's,
and
I
yeah,
think
but
it
they've
got.
been very clever. They've been very clever about how to put the
they
characters in the
somebody
show.
put a case against Ranbir also na for vaping.
Vaping in one
चलो
sequence.
आ जाओ आ जाओ
Chalo. At this
This-
point, do you think people are just sitting and watching these shows? Abhi kaise? How can I
कैसे
get famous? Kaise karu main? How do I get in the public eye somehow?
seriously seriously okay और कौन है Grover Grains what does a day in your life
Greens.
look like from wake up to sleep I feel it will be crazy crazy varied between the three of you also when is Marcus back in Bangalore last time I booked meet and greet but couldn't come okay
Oh,
who
Can
wants to
we
take
put the
first
Bangalore date? I think we have locked.
it's going to be 6th and 7th mostly the Saturday and Sunday first Saturday Sunday
Yeah,
December
we're about to announce it. So yeah, we will be coming. I
पूरा
think
वीकेंड करेंगे उधर मस्त
I
देख
think.
मैं बताता हूँ ये पिछला हफ्ता का कैसा था हम लोग का वीक आई वुड वेक अप आई वुड डू सम semblance of a workout in 20 minutes call an Uber and then show up at Varun's house or Kautuk's house and we would write Makasam for 7 hours and then maybe just talk for another hour, go back home. I would shower, go to sleep, repeat. And then the
वेक अप
Makasam show started, where we would reach home at 3 o'clock at night after
Yeah.
transferring all the footage, everything, shower, sleep, wake up, back to the place. It was like we were living in that auditorium.
In Lower Parel, yeah. No,
Yeah.
and yeah, like I do feel like I still have a sleep deficit just from this weekend, which has
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah, yeah.
been finished. And I think just to add to this question, I feel like the three of us, or yeah, no, I would speak only for the three of us because Baba has a very different routine. But the three of us
Mhm.
from Monday to Friday have the same routine,
Yeah.
similar-ish. But then on the weekends we have very different plans.
Yeah.
या
Yeah,
फ्राइडे इवनिंग से अलग सीन
Alexi.
या
But yeah, we are coming. By the way, Bangalore, we are coming. 6th and 7th, I think, are confirmed, right, guys? 6th
Yeah,
and 7th,
mostly.
Bangalore?
Yeah.
Yeah. 6th and 7th,
So,
definitely
but
doing
we'll make a
Marcus
very
and
formal announcement. We'll have the ticket links up. Everything is in process. We also want to promote the show. हमको भी ticket बेचनी है, so we also wanted to go up as fast as possible. But yeah, they'll be up as soon as possible. We've just been very tied up with Marcusum in Bombay right now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
अगला अगला
Did we do
स्टोरी
Nasser Qureshi? Did we do?
Yeah, we did Nasser. Now we have Damini. Damini says, I got my husband hooked on to TISS and now he follows you more than I do. I love you guys. Can you please say hi to him? His name is Utkarsh. Hi, Utkarsh. Damini, firstly, thank you so much for doing that. Everybody else, learn from Damini. This is what you
Hmm.
do. Because even at these shows, for Marcus, we saw a lot of people bring their husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, people who had no idea about who we are. And they came and watched the show. And now they will never forget who we are. Good
Yeah.
or bad, you ask them.
They'll never forget.
They'll never forget. उतना
Yeah.
करके रखेंगे. So hi Utkarsh. Hi from everybody.
Hi, Utkarsh. Hello, hello, hello.
Techman.
Um,
Techman has written, started watching TISS in 12th. अब डॉक्टर बन गया.
अरे बाप रे बाप,
man,
क्या
क्या
बात है. टेक
या तो
टेक
तू
मैन,
डॉक्टर बहुत फास्ट बन गया या तो हम लोग बहुत बुड्ढे हैं. दोनों में से एक.
दोनों भी हो सकता है. But yeah, but dude, we get a lot of this, and it's so crazy to listen to it. Like people come up and they go like, I was in the ninth standard when I
Yeah,
started
bro.
watching you, and now I'm heading a company and I've got two grandchildren.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah,
Um,
I can buy you now. Will
Hmm.
will you do personal podcast for me? Here is $1 million.
yeah.
Also,
Okay, चल एक
Harshad,
मिनट. हाँ,
Harshad
हर्षद
Gharote.
घरोटे.
हाँ,
कमी
ये
पैसे वाला
मराठी में.
चैट. कमी
हाँ.
पैसे वाला चैट है.
नहीं
पढ़
पढ़ा
रे
रे.
मेरा. नहीं पढ़ा रे मेरा. क्या वरुण, तेरे से उम्मीद नहीं थी. कौतु कोलैब विद जैन अनवर, ग्रेट स्टोरी टेलर, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम ट्रू क्राइम जॉनर.
Interesting. Shall check out. Shall check out. Zain
Hmm.
Anwar. Done.
ओके, आई थिंक वी आर गॉन. टेकमैन का भी कर लेना. ओके, डन. मजेदार. करे रैप के और कुछ बातें करने हैं, कुछ बोलना है.
No, I think we're good. Basically, just to reiterate one last time. Wait, yeah, Kushan says you missed my super chat. Here's that. Add Varun Thakur, Raghav and Laksh going from murdering each other in kill to bromance
Yeah.
in band.
Yeah. By the way, I really enjoyed Kill also. In case you guys haven't watched it, you should watch. It
Kill
was
is
very
good.
well done. And that, by the way, Laksh, उसका fighting बहुत मस्त है. हाँ, by the way, you have to give him
I
that.
find it more
उसका
fun to watch
he is
than
really good.
Tiger Shroff fighting. Tiger Shroff is
Yeah.
more like it's a lot of flash, but somehow Laksh is acting better. There's more
While
emotive
fighting.
fighting.
Yeah.
There's more
Yeah.
emotive fighting.
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
Last
अच्छा,
one
दो
from
दो और आ गए.
Pawan. Pawan
पवन सारे.
Samare. Still
Still
waiting
waiting
for that.
for that anime episode. भाई, ये तो नहीं होने वाला है. ये तो नहीं होने वाला. मैं देखता नहीं हूँ, सिर्फ आदर देखता है. आदर कुछ करना, एनिमे कंटेंट लेके आना कभी.
Chal, I'll try to do like a short segment where I introduce these guys to all the anime titles that are the most popular ones, and like do like
Yeah.
a two-liner explanation of all these and show you guys characters and see what you guys think about them. Yeah,
Other is,
ठीक है? Is that
other is,
acceptable?
other is basically going to be our 7-day free trial of Crunchyroll.
Yeah. Yeah. मजेदार. Okay, and Samna
Start
says I met
next.
you guys in Toronto and you sang Samaya Suhana Swa. Yes, exactly. Now I remember we did. We did. Thank you. See you soon again for the show in
Congrats
November.
on new shows, Varun, Aadar. Add Nagpur shows, please. Yes, yes. This is
Start
Star
Trek.
Trek.
Star Trek.
Star
Star
Trek.
Trek, we shall. Nagpur is interesting. We've not ever done that, but with Markasam, I think we could. There is a chance that this could
Yeah,
definitely.
bro. Just get enough people together there, यार. हम लोग किधर भी आ जाएंगे
And
भाई.
enough people is literally 100 people. So anywhere there is 100 people, we will be there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Have 100. Show up. We
100
will.
people 6 times.
Yeah. Hey, Harshad,
Ideally.
please don't send more super chats. Zen Anwar shall check out.
अरे भाई ये क्या तो ज़ैन अनवर क्यों प्रमोट कर
No, no,
रहा है
no, no. And
हर्षद?
I'm saying it only because I shall check it out. You don't need to send a super chat to.
हाँ.
Thank you. Thank you, Harshad.
मजेदार. Okay, guys. With
Prasanna,
that.
wait. Sorry.
Hey,
Oh,
क्या हुआ?
sorry.
क्या हुआ?
Prasanna had sent the super chat before. He said,
हाँ.
loved being a part of the Markasam live show. Great experience. And he, by the way, he traveled from Hyderabad
That's
to
insane.
make it for the show. You all made my story much funnier and better than what it was.
Thank you,
By
bro.
the way, we've had not
Two
one,
people.
but two people fly down from Hyderabad.
Yeah.
So, and we have one more quite possibly coming down
There's
in
two more
10
ones.
minutes. Well,
Yeah, there are people come from Pune and there's another person coming from maybe Hyderabad only. I don't like it's
so,
just it's
by the
surprising
way,
us so much.
that is truly very special for us
Yeah.
that you guys take the time out and feel that it's valuable for you to share the stories with us. That's truly like the reason why we're doing the show.
Yeah.
And
So we can't wait to do more. Can't wait to come to more cities in India, outside of India. This is something that we are positive is going to work. It's so much fun to do, and like it's a place where you can just come together with your friends and listen to some really crazy fun stories. I think that in itself will carry it further. So wait for it in your city. If you can't, then come to our city and watch it in person. Tickets to all the shows are going to be pinned in the comment. And yeah, that's it for this episode of the Internet Said So. We were discussing the bads of Bollywood. We'll be back again next week with yet another episode. In the meantime, थोड़ा like, share, subscribe, comment सब कर दो ना. अभी
हाँ.
1700 लोग थे, सिर्फ ऐसे 650 कमेंट हुआ यार. बाकी सब लोग
And
जाते जाते एक लाइक करके जाओ प्लीज.
हाँ,
Just
and
give one like.
last thing, if you came on the show of Markasam, then write your experience without spoiling the stories, please.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
please don't spoil the
Please don't spoil the
stories.
stories, but
Please.
please do tell us about your experience. It'll be fun. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
मजेदार. Okay guys, bye bye, take care, thank you, salam ishq.
Yes.
मजे मजे
Now
मजे.
watch as Varun tries to figure out how to
Yeah,
end.
we still just Yunkles. End हुआ क्या?
End हुआ? Are you ending? Have you ended?
Ronnie George is saying come to North Korea. Cool.
मुझे खड़ा होना, मैंने पैंट नहीं पहना है.
तेरा क्या?
मुझे I want to stand up from the table, मैंने पैंट नहीं पहना है, so make sure it's ended.